Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A friend is one who comes and helps you, supports you when you need him. And here we have Viktor Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary, supporting his friend Steve Bannon. So, especially when it's not popular to help certain people or to support certain people, when you stick your neck out and you say, you know what, I don't care guys, this guy is this, I can face the consequences, if any. In this case we have this article from Newsweek, and it's from the 23rd of October 2022. Viktor Orban calls Steve Bannon a true American patriot after sentencing. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban called Steve Bannon, who served as an advisor to former President Donald Trump, and I'm quoting, true American patriot, after he was sentenced to 4 months in prison for contempt of Congress. Eric Holder was not charged with anything or sentenced to anything. If you don't know what I'm talking about, do some clicks and say Eric Holder, Obama's beep 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 sucker, not convicted for contempt of court. Just check that out. And again, this is another selective justice. Bannon on Friday was sentenced to serve prison time and fined $6,500 for refusing to comply with a subpoena issued by the House Select Committee investigating January 6, 2021. A jury convicted him. I'm not going to read the bullshit these guys are vomiting here when I spare you, okay? A jury convicted him on charges for refusing to testify with a committee and for refusing to provide them with requested documents. He was subpoenaed last September, with the committee seeking his testimony about blah 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 blah. Unimportant here. Another vomit coming from Newsweek. After the sentencing, much of the right wing rallied behind Bannon. I don't think so. There were some people who looked for justice and they didn't belong to the right wing, left wing, and you can say, well, yeah, justice was distributed. Okay, well, why don't we go to Holder and get him too, while we are at it, while it's still warm, because it's preferential. So, Orban, a popular figure for many American conservatives, also weighed in on the sentencing in a tweet on Sunday, blasting Bannon's legal vows as part of a I don't know what it is, but as part of a witch hunt, end quote. And I'm quoting again, politics can get ugly, end quote, Orban tweeted. And I'm quoting again, I am sorry to see the political witch hunt against a true American patriot and a good friend, Steve Bannon. Keep on fighting, Steve. The truth will prevail, end quote. You think so? Well, there are many guys. It's here. Bannon then thanked the Hungarian leader for his support in a Getter post and called Orban a warrior. Indeed, he is a warrior. He is a courageous one. Although Orban has risen in popularity among some American right-wingers, he has faced global scrutiny. No, it's not true, not global scrutiny. Brussels, with a few weasels over there, they want to change the Hungarian culture and traditions. So they attack Hungary, and they're upset that the Hungarians voted for this guy 4 times. Okay, so that's the Newsweek interpretation of that global scrutiny for autocratic tendencies, including attacks on freedom of the press, and now the most important, LGBTQ plus rights and immigration, another one. What's up with this immigration, man? What's this religion all about? And when they say immigration, it's not my immigration. They talk about invasion, crossing the border, breaking the law. That's what they call immigration. Not, if you have reasons or you can come legally. Not that. When they talk about immigration, they talk about the other kind, crossing the border, doing this without papers, and refugees coming from half of the world away, not following the channels, the legal channels of immigration, if there are any. Besides, each country can have or cannot have any immigration openings. Nobody has to impose, nobody can impose on any country. My country doesn't accept immigrants. Zero. Off. Okay, man, we're not going to come to you. Thank you very much. Why should I come if I'm not welcomed? You know what I mean? So, anyway, because they say, well, United States is the most racist country in the world. Look how many people come here. From, not from white countries, let's put it this way. Why? Why? If it's as they say it is. Because it's still fantastic. It's still a fantastic country, but it's gonna be ran down by these guys with their policies that attacks on freedom of the press, LGBTQ plus rights, immigration. Meanwhile, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, okay, I'm not gonna read that vomit. Bannon has previously been an ally of Orban and pledged to work with him ahead of 2019 European Parliament elections, according to Reuters. Bannon founded a group called The Movement, which has supported, they say, far-right governments in Europe. They said they actually, whatever, they stamp, label however they want, whomever they want. So if you say, well, you know what, I'm against, let's say, I don't support illegal immigration. You're a far right. No, I'm not. Well, for instance, I don't support, for instance, this kind of idiocracy of thinking that if you say you are something, you're that, and everybody else have to recognize it as such. I disagree with that. Oh, you must be a Adolf right there. So that means if I disagree with something that you agree with, I'm immediately a devil? Yes. Well, then I am then. Let's see who's going to win. And I'm pretty sure when that group, which is more numerous than these weasels, will look at the issue like that, it's not going to be very good for the other side, who's a very small, noisy minority. When the other guys are fed up with being called names and say, yeah, you tell me I'm like that? No, let me show you I'm like that. Those guys will not be. Orban popularity among US conservatives was on display when he was prominently featured as a speaker at this year's Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, in Texas. He received resounding applause for speaking on social issues that motivate conservatives at home and abroad. And I'm quoting, "We are the first ones in Europe who said no to illegal migration." Did you hear that? And stopped the invasion of illegal migrants. Did you hear that? It was not what they say over there with immigration. Weasel. And I'm quoting again, "We believe that illegal migration is necessary to protect our nation. To stop illegal migration, we actually built that wall." Poland built the wall as well, so for the same reason. He has also received support from Trump, who in January praised him as a strong leader who truly loves his country. I think he's a strong leader. I think he really loves his country. I agree with that. Sue me, fire me, get me in jail. I don't give a fuck. Okay? What else? Gonna kill me? So? Are gonna hurt me? It goes as far with pain. You learn this when you're in sports. Pain goes as far, and then from there it doesn't go further than that. So if you reach that point one time, you can sustain that pain. So what are you gonna do? inject me with stuff, you're gonna cut me a little bit, you're gonna boil me, you're gonna go down there, you're gonna cut little things and so on, and insert certain things and do this. Well, whatever, man. Let's be real here and say that this guy is courageous, that's for sure. And he says, at least seems to say what he really believes in. And I like him. I gotta say that. He's Hungarian. I'm originally from Romania, so very compatible, if you can tell. But you see, values are more important than ethnicity sometimes. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.